But there's been an American nightmare that has accompanied that, and that's where people that equally have tried to get educated and worked hard and had good habits have found themselves living a life that's been on the edge throughout their entire lives, and the same for their children.
Warren Buffett once remarked that many Americans are living the American nightmare instead of the American dream. Consider this. Did you know that 58% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck? This means that when you stroll through the grocery store, a whopping 60% of the entire store is grappling to make ends meet, barely able to afford their groceries. The stark reality is that this financial struggle transcends geographical boundaries. It affects the entirety of America. Surprisingly, being broke isn't necessarily tied to your income level. There are instances of individuals growing six-figure accounts while working minimum wage jobs and supporting a family. On the flip side, there are those earning over $100,000 annually who still find themselves living paycheck to paycheck. And according to Buffett, this is often a matter of choice. Warren Buffett, a testament to building wealth with minimal resources, emphasizes the fundamental need for money to survive, prompting the famous notion that if you don't learn to make money while you sleep, you'll work until you die. To break free from the cycle of debt and shape the life you desire while assisting those around you, understanding and addressing the core issues is essential. To break free from the cycle of debt and lead a fulfilling life, it is crucial to understand and address the factors contributing to financial challenges. Through extensive research on Warren Buffett's success, 5 key elements have been identified as common pitfalls, keeping people from financial prosperity. The first of these is the concept of zero balance. Imagine having $50 in your bank account. Conventionally, one might assume having $50 to spend. However, this mindset can lead to significant setbacks.
My advice to you is, if you can't pay for it, don't buy it, and get yourself in a position where you can pay for anything. And then we'll be glad to see you at Borsheim's or the Nebraska Furniture Mart.
According to Warren Buffett's advice, the key is not to purchase items beyond your means. Simply having $50 in your pocket doesn't imply you can afford a $50 expense. This mindset, known as zero balance thinking, is detrimental to wealth accumulation. It challenges the notion that income alone determines financial well-being. Warren Buffett himself leads a modest lifestyle, spending around $100,000 a year despite being the 5th richest person globally. On the contrary, someone earning $40,000 annually and spending the same amount remains financially strained. Similarly, if you earn $100,000 and spend the entirety, you still face financial challenges. The solution lies in diverting a portion of your income into savings, creating a financial cushion for emergencies and investments. Buffett's own success story underscores the importance of this approach. He highlights the longevity of his investment journey, emphasizing the need for patience and strategic financial planning.
On this March 11th, in a couple of weeks, it'll be 77 years since I bought my first stock. And I paid $114.75 for 3 shares of City Service Preferred.
Let me illustrate the concept of zero balance thinking with a real-life example. I had a close coworker who had a keen interest in fashion and regularly invested in stylish clothing. During a year when our company thrived, and we received a substantial stimulus check of about $250, I approached my coworker to discuss the windfall. To my surprise, they revealed their plan to use the entire stimulus check to purchase a new pair of pants. Yes, you heard it right. The entire check for a single clothing item, rather than utilizing it to enhance their financial well-being. To avoid falling into the trap of zero balance thinking, there's a straightforward rule to follow, the rule of 5. If you cannot afford to buy 5 of a particular item with cash, then you simply can't afford it. For instance, if you only have $50, limit your purchase to something that costs $10. Warren Buffett's wisdom echoes this sentiment. He advises against attempting to clear 7-foot hurdles when there are simpler, 1-foot bars to step over. The key is to keep your path to wealth uncomplicated and steer clear of the pitfalls of zero balance thinking. However, it's essential to be aware of a hidden aspect often overlooked in spending habits.
Just like being a net buyer of food, I expect to buy food the rest of my life, and I hope that food goes down in price tomorrow. When stocks are down, we're going to be buying on balance, and who wouldn't rather buy it, at a lower price at a higher price?
The second point to consider is the issue of payment traps, a concept strongly emphasized by Warren Buffett. While it might seem obvious, it's crucial to be cautious about low prices because they can often backfire. Many people who appear affluent might not be genuinely wealthy. They may own expensive possessions that create an illusion of affluence. Buffett's analogy that only when the tide goes out do you discover who's been swimming naked illustrates that true financial standing becomes apparent when examined closely. The reality is that individuals who seem to afford luxurious items often can't truly afford them. For instance, someone buying a Mercedes with monthly payments of $350 may appear financially stable. However, this doesn't mean they could afford to buy the car outright with cash. This leads to the deceptive notion that one can spend beyond their means, especially with the prevalence of zero APR deals. Zero APR deals allow individuals to purchase items with monthly installments, creating an illusion of affordability. For example, an inflatable kayak on Amazon priced between $150 and $300 can be bought in monthly installments of $20 to $30. While this may seem manageable, the cumulative effect of such installment plans, combined with other expenses like a $350 car payment, a $75 monthly couch installment, and credit card debt, can result in perpetual financial struggles. The key takeaway is to be wary of the hidden costs associated with seemingly affordable payment plans.
The other one is from people who run up credit card debt and they're facing bankruptcy, or they've been through bankruptcy once before, and they owe a whole bunch of money and they can't even pay the interest, let alone pay any principal. And half of my letters come from people like that, and that problem is avoidable.
Avoid falling into the pitfalls of payment traps that are engineered to keep you financially constrained. But once you successfully sidestep these traps and liberate yourself from the zero balance mindset, turn your attention to the third crucial step: compounding. Once the hurdles of payment traps and the mindset of living on a zero balance are overcome, you can channel your efforts into the remarkable power of compounding. Think of compounding as a magical force that works to grow your money at an exponential rate. It transforms your financial landscape by generating substantial returns not only on your initial capital, but also on the accumulated earnings. In essence, compounding becomes a catalyst for significant and sustained wealth growth, providing a solid foundation for long-term financial success.
When we get chances to deploy the capital, we've always tried to make any entity, whether it was the partnership originally or Berkshire now or Blue Chip Stamps when we owned it, or even Diversified Retailing, we wanted them all to be compounding, in effect, be compounding machines.
To harness the magical effect of compounding for your money's growth, Warren Buffett emphasizes understanding two critical terms: assets and liabilities. Assets are possessions that contribute money to your pocket, such as dividend-paying stocks or real estate. On the other hand, liabilities are items that deplete your funds, like cars, clothes, or a new cell phone. The trap many financially struggling individuals fall into is buying items solely for the appearance of wealth, which in reality are liabilities. True wealth, according to Buffett's philosophy, lies in a shift towards acquiring assets. By focusing on buying assets like dividend-paying stocks or real estate, one can genuinely accumulate wealth. Interestingly, this wealth can become so substantial that it enables the purchase of liabilities, as the income generated from owned assets covers these expenses. A practical example illustrates this point. I knew someone in a financially sound position contemplating the purchase of a flashy new car. Despite the allure, their interest in personal finance and wealth growth led them to a different path. After delving into literature on the subject, they discovered that many affluent individuals, including Warren Buffett and Charlie Munger, owned real estate. This realization prompted them to invest in real estate, aligning with a strategy that has proven successful for wealth building.
We've both had a fair amount of experience in real estate, and Charlie made his early money in real estate.
In a practical demonstration of asset-driven wealth building, my friend chose to invest in a small apartment complex instead of indulging in the allure of a flashy new car. After a month of preparing the property for rental, they secured a tenant, generating a consistent profit of $300 every month. This serves as a prime example of how an asset can actively generate cash flow, while a liability, despite its aesthetic appeal, provides no return on investment. What's remarkable is that delving into assets doesn't necessarily demand substantial upfront capital. While real estate may seem expensive, alternatives like stocks, offering dividends, can be acquired with as little as $5 a day, week, or month, a flexible approach based on individual comfort levels. It's crucial to differentiate assets from merely stashing money in a savings account. Unlike the minimal growth seen in savings accounts, assets actively work to amplify your wealth over time. To wield the power of compounding effectively, a straightforward rule is the 5-to-1 ratio. For every $5 spent on liabilities, $1 should be allocated to assets. For instance, if you spend $15 at Walmart, consider investing $3 back into Walmart. This disciplined approach ensures a systematic wealth-building strategy. Moving on to the fourth point, the flashy lifestyle often glamorized on social media is a mirage. Many individuals showcased as rich are, in fact, drowning in debt driven to extreme measures just to maintain a facade of affluence on platforms like Instagram. Warren Buffett serves as a notable contrast. His frugal lifestyle, devoid of brand displays, reflects a profound financial wisdom that emphasizes substance over appearance. In reflecting on Warren Buffett's life, you'll notice that he still resides in the very first home he ever bought. Yet, despite such simplicity, his wealth is undeniable. You can emulate his approach, identifying what truly matters in your life while concurrently building wealth. However, there's one more crucial aspect to fast-tracking your wealth growth. Step ahead. While it's easy to blame businesses and label them as inherently profit-driven, the reality is that we're all navigating a world where survival is paramount. The key lies in recognizing your choice to buy or abstain. Many people lack the filter to resist unnecessary purchases driven by fleeting desires. Developing this filter allows you to feel richer without spending impulsively. As you witness your wealth accumulate through smart investment, the desire for faster growth emerges. This marks a shift towards becoming a producer rather than a mere consumer. Armed with an understanding of the financial game, you explore ways to increase your income, whether through additional hours at work, striving for a promotion, or venturing into side hustles like freelancing or micro businesses. The goal is to bolster your cash flow. This newfound comprehension enables you to strategically buy more assets, accelerating the pace of your wealth accumulation. Ultimately, the objective is to achieve financial freedom, enabling you to prioritize and engage in activities that hold the utmost importance to you. In the wise words of Warren Buffett, what truly matters is preparation, not just predicting rain, but actively building the necessary arcs for the future. And that's it for this video. Let us know your thoughts in the comments down below. Thanks for watching till the end. Before you go, make sure to like and subscribe, and click the notification bell to trigger YouTube's algorithm and see more of our videos on your homepage. Thanks for watching, and see you next time for more interesting videos like this.